Hello, welcome to Messy Movie Monday on a Tuesday. And that is not you probably in the background. That is the crazy storm that is going on outside of my house. So, welcome. It's so good to see you guys tonight. We are watching Immortal City Records, which is a film that I stumbled upon just because I was having a conversation with a friend related to the show Empire. And I was like, let's just watch something non-horror for the end of July. And stumbled upon this. It stars RonReaco Lee, so I'm excited about that. Yeah, the storm is crazy outside right now. Thunder, lightning. I just put the kids to bed. I just heard screaming, so they are probably in their room terrified of the thunder and lightning, but they'll be okay. But yeah, we're watching Immortal City Records, which came out in 2023. Don't know how I missed it. It is for free on Tubi. Begs the question, will this be better than the last two Tyler Perry movies? No tea, no shade, but I've been hearing a lot of people, draw comparisons of Tyler's latest works to Tubi. And I am actually of the opinion that Tubi has been stepping up some game. Now, this was in 2023, so my expectations are on low end. But they do have some stuff coming out that looks a little interesting. I don't know about that Faux Set It Off movie that's coming out in August that we're going to be watching called Robin. But they do have some crazy hitters. In fact, they're actually distributing their first theater release this year with a movie starring Peter Dinklage. I was like, why can't I remember Peter Dinklage's name right now? I'm gonna make sure I tell you the name of the movie is. What's the name of this movie that he's supposed to be coming out with? The Thicket, and that's coming out this year. So this got Peter Dinklage, Juliette Lewis. It looks really good. And I'm sure it's one of those things that's kind of like when Netflix gets one that just knocks it out of the park. It probably was independently done, and then they picked it up for distribution. So, which is what most of their movies, they're not, giving people budgets for these movies. These people are independently making these movies. Independent art houses are making these movies, and then they pick it up for distribution. So yeah. But as always, just before we get too far into things, what have you been watching? Let me know in the comments what you've been watching. We won't get into any spoilers. I did go and see Deadpool and Wolverine on Friday. Had a great time. A lot of people have mixed opinions about the movie. I don't know why. I feel like I just have very reasonable expectations for certain movies, and I think that was one of the reasons why with my latest Tyler Perry review, like I came to the epiphany that I did that I needed to alter the way that I was reviewing his movies. That said, I'm probably going to talk about his most recent comments sometime tomorrow with regard to film criticism, because even within that, there is still room to critique his work. But I think there's critiquing it with reasonable expectations. And that's kind of how I go into a movie, even a Marvel movie, even a big budget Disney movie. I kind of go in like, what is this movie asking of us, the audience? Is this an art house style movie with a big budget? Is it supposed to be giving the story? Or is it just supposed to be a good time at the theater? And I kind of look at Deadpool as good time at the theater. Story comes second. Like characters who are living out their wildest dreams, actors who are living out their wildest dreams first, plot second. And so with that in mind, I had a fantastic time. If you haven't seen Deadpool, definitely recommend it. I also watched a movie on Tubi called Always a Bridesmaid that was written by Yvette Nicole Brown from Community. I reached out to her on X because I was like, when did this movie come out? And I vaguely remember hearing the buzz around it, but I didn't have any cable at the time. I think so. I missed it on its initial run. So I was really happy to see it. It was giving very much like 27 Dresses with Katherine Heigl, but more sensible. I had a good time, so I'll probably review that. Let's check out what you guys are saying in the comments. I've seen that Tyler Perry movie on Prime. Yes, Divorce in Black. I also checked out Paper Moon, and that one was very good. Okay, have I seen Paper Moon? The name is sounding so very familiar. Oh, yes. Okay, the 73 movie. Yes. You cannot go wrong with Ryan O'Neal. Ryan O'Neal back in the day was just such a cutie patootie between him and Paul Newman. Okay. And I really just loved Ryan O'Neal back in the day. Peyton Place. I don't know why, but during the summer, I would watch a lot of old school shows, and I would watch reruns of Peyton Place. That show and the book, messy. You talk about like old school white hijinks, messiness in the family. It was very much giving like a glamorized Hollywood version of V.C. Andrews back in the day. That's a good one. Okay, Paper Moon. You can't go wrong with a good classic. They don't make movies like that anymore. So it's always good to stumble upon one that just does something right. Yeah. I don't know that I have any major news. Of course, I don't feel like this is a spoiler at this point, but Comic-Con just happened. They did announce that RDJ was going to be showing up in 2 Avengers projects in the coming years. And they also announced his pay. And people are very upset by that, that he's getting paid as much as he is. I have thoughts and opinions, but I will say with just a reasonable and calm head in mind, while I do think that the whole thing around actors' pay when they are making upwards of 5 or 10 million a movie or more, it does feel a bit ridiculous coming from where most of us reside in the medium to low end of the pay scale in America. That said, this is not the same RDJ that was in Iron Man when it first came out. This is Oscar winner RDJ. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he is the only Oscar winner to be the face of Marvel. I could be wrong about that because I can't remember if oh my gosh, what is that man's name? What is that man's name, and why is it not coming to me? Not Edward Norton, and Edward Norton doesn't count. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of his name? I don't know why they announced his pay. I really don't. I think it was very, in my opinion, like tasteless to go ahead and announce his pay and to say what he was making, especially or what he stands to make. And there is a lot of hubbub about if this is his forward-facing pay or whether this is like including what he will make based on the box office numbers. Mark Ruffalo. I can't remember if Mark Ruffalo, if he is an Academy Award winner or not. I know he's won some Tonys. Oh, he's gotten nominations, but I don't think he's won yet. So yeah, that I do think that's there. I'll reprise it in post if I am wrong about RDJ being the first and only Academy Award winner to be the frontman of Marvel. And I think with that comes a bigger paycheck. I just do. So we don't know what he made at Endgame. And based on whatever he made at Endgame, he's whatever that pay was, which I would imagine was 20 million. Because I remember back in the day when they started announcing people like Julia Roberts making like 20 million a movie, highest paid actress at the time, Leonardo DiCaprio, those kind of things. And that was something that was like 20 years ago. So I could imagine that by Endgame, he's making 20 million. And if he's making 20 million at Endgame, and I'm at home, I'm chilling, I've been working on my health and my fitness because he's had some medical issues and his dad and all kinds of other stuff has been going on in his life, to get him out of his bed and to get him to come to a project that is going to be physically rigorous and everything else, that's going to come with a bigger paycheck. I don't know that it's right or equitable when you're talking about what crew and everyone else is making. And I think that that's on Disney and Marvel to make their bed and lie in it. Once they do that, and they have to ask other people, hey, what do you want? And people are like, well, hey, I mean, if RDJ is making 20-40 million a movie, can I get 5 million, please? And they may not have been paying that. So, I just hate that they've even announced it. But I don't know that it's the right decision to have him being in this movie. I'm not upset by it. A lot of people are. I am not bothered because I take forward-facing news about movies with a grain of salt, and I say, let the people cook, let them make the movie they want them to make. Will some of it be pandering? Of course. It's comic books. I don't know. I just feel like after comic books you're pandering to an audience of people who love comic books. Like, yes, people have come on board who like movies, who just like action movies and just want to see. But most people, how you got them into the entry was, hey, remember these comic books you read as a kid? Nostalgia bomb, boom, boom, boom. And then we're going to throw some good story on top of it. I think the Russo brothers are doing it. They've done a good job. Let the people cook. And that's where I'm going to sit my hat, rest my case, and just say, let the people cook. And I probably won't talk too much more about it. But I just hate that they announced that man's pay. I do hope that they're going in the right direction after Deadpool. And I think the direction is going to be to pivot toward X-Men once they figure out how they want to handle that. I think we will see a massive pivot. I think that in the wake of everything that happened with Jonathan, I think they know RDJ's mess, and the public has accepted his mess and his past, and he's cleaned himself up and he's become the poster boy. And they were like, let's just go. And rather than trying to figure out a way to save this franchise that, let's be honest, before Jonathan had his situation happen, people were already like not liking the direction that King was going. So I don't like that. I don't like that they didn't just recast it, but I also think they just didn't feel confident in what they had anymore because the public hasn't been receptive to it prior to the mess. And so they just said, let's just throw the baby out with the bathwater and get a sure bet. That said, yes, Keke Palmer as Rogue. I wouldn't be mad at it. Because that when she cosplayed as Rogue, it was phenomenal. It was so good. So she would be great as Rogue. And I think just there's levels to it that are really intriguing about Rogue's character and backstory, that she is the woman who is untouchable, and the extra layer of having her be a woman of color would be I think would be very poignant in many ways. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do with X-Men. I think we have a little while. I think they're letting the Fantastic Four reboot and let that cook for a bit and see what happens. But hey, all right. But without further ado, let's go ahead, cue up our screens as we get ready to watch this movie, Immortal City. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what was going on in my mind as I was prepping for tonight, but I didn't do any of the typical things that I would normally do to prep for the night. So I'm a bit behind. Pause that. We're not starting the timer just yet. Okay, let's get things this crack-a-lacking. All right, so we are watching Immortal City Records on Tubi. Take a moment to get it queued up and ready to go. It is 136 minutes, so I definitely want to start now. One of the better looking thumbnails, I must say. I must say that. Let's see if I can put that up on the screen for just a second. Let's see if it'll let me. There we go. Kind of looks like that. All right, so if you are coming in at this point on the replay, how watch parties work, you watch it on your screen, I watch it on mine, we react together. For the sake of not getting a copyright strike, I cannot play the movie while we are watching it. I will pause when we get to commercial breaks. Feel free to, if you jump in, engage in the comments. We're going to be talking about what's going on in the movie, and hopefully we have a messy good time. So without further ado, let's get this movie going. I always get so excited when they kind of start right away. I have a theory that every time we see a Made in Georgia logo, it was filmed at Tyler Perry's studios. I wonder if that's true. Those are some cute little overall shorts. Aww. You can tell that is her real hairstyle that she paid for, because you can see that those braids have been in for a minute. And it just makes me think of all the actresses who talked about having to do their own hair. D Woods is it? Not D Woods. If you don't know about D Woods, you were not around during the making the band days. Danity Kane. Yeah, because he's not. Oh my! What is she wearing? Yes, Lord. I don't know what the outfit, but what was the budget? What was the budget? At least she didn't make her go across town for a cheesecake. I hate Atlanta traffic. Oh my gosh. You could not pay me to have to deal with that. It's bad enough I got to deal with Charlotte traffic. She looks like a peacock. I can already tell we're 6 minutes in. We've kind of got her fish out of water story right, but there's like little to no dialogue happening. You can definitely tell that there was just a lot of like improv this in the script. I must say, I prefer when movies don't do the whole text bubbles on the screen, but they just show you what's on the phone and they give you a really good shot of it. I prefer that. Like, I definitely feel like I've seen this house before. Why are you talking to this girl and just the city shots are nice. Okay, so I guess the bright colors is like her thing. It is definitely giving 2B version of Empire, and this is Lucius and Cookie. But also like Devil Wears Prada meets Empire. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it Devil meets Prada, Devil meets Empire. There we go. Is this in their office building? Those cabinets are horrible for an office. It's so dark. Yeah, it's just like a standard like break room kind of vibe, but it's just for I would expect like a big I would expect for them to look at how um businesses like this, how their break rooms look, like bright, airy, open, new. But I guess maybe that's just like a real office space that they were able to find. Oh, it looks like a little. Ludicrous Light. Oh, they're definitely getting something going. Okay. He said peach shot made in Georgia. Made in Georgia. He said, not my peaches. Everybody getting jealous. Okay, first break for me. First break for me. Um, it's it's not horrible yet. I can go with it. I'm definitely wondering, like, who's going to die? Is it the wife? Is it the husband? Is it the tech guy, the producer? We don't know. The director of this is Patricia Cuffie-Jones. Oh, I reviewed her movie Hot Girl Winter. You think the husband's going to be the one that gets it? All right, well, here we go. Back in effect. This is the. It was kind of okay. This is the worst part of the movie because, like, the lighting, the detective coming in, like heartbeat, the heartbeat sound effect in the music. Like the warning to her, and she's only been there for like 2.5 seconds. I swear that does not look like, was it the same? It does not look like the same house as before. I just she didn't tell this girl nothing about where these packages are supposed to go, like what room they're supposed to go in, where she's supposed to put them. She's supposed to just unpack them and leave them in the hallway. Like, what is she doing with? And of course, right away, incriminating evidence about the girl's disappearance. How did she go to sleep on their stuff? Ingrid said, "Not on my watch." She's young enough where it won't bother her. Let be me. I will, this is gorgeous. What island is she supposed to be from? Ingrid said, I don't know nothing. You ain't about to get me caught up. Girl, how late are you? And if it was 7 o'clock when y'all were going through the boxes, how are you late? And it was your day off. Dang, he's busted. Why would he be there? Okay. She's the, I feel like her and RonReaco are the only ones like really acting. Mm. If you look up this movie on Google and you look at the picture that goes with the Lisa character, not the same person. Not the same person at all. Raw Swagger, aka Terrence Green. Mm-mm-mm. He is not. That was a nice Jeep. I wonder if his Jeep got ducked yet. Oh, all right. Let's see if they throw that away or if they use it. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if that comes up or if that was just kind of like a throwaway line. Ooh, he letting some stuff drop. Oh, he said, keep your head on the swivel. All right, another break. I don't know if I'm feeling chemistry between T Strong and Drea. I like the actress who is playing Drea, though. I feel like she's giving me depth. I like the tone of her voice. Um, I'm not seeing any of her other projects, but I could. Oh, she was raised in Raleigh. Okay, girl, be a North Carolinian. Well, she wasn't born in North Carolina, but you know she was raised in North Carolina. So ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. With what little bit of money he has, everybody wants to set their own label so that they can, I guess, make their own money. She is. She does. She does give Gabby. She is giving Gabby a little bit. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna grab a blanket. I'm freezing. But right after this commercial break, there we go. All right. Back. Why would your awards be depressing? Sapphire said, I ain't having it. She's acting way more sus than he is. So she must have killed the girl. I'm calling it. She killed the girl because she felt like the girl was getting a little too close to her man's. And the evidence and what she did is in that box. She hit her upside the head with one of them awards. Okay. Beat to the song. Okay. I know it's DoorDash, but I guarantee you that's the same bag that was from the first episode. What was wrong with the food? What was wrong with the food? I thought it was going to be, see, I watched too many scary movies. Thought it was going to be worms or dead mice or something in that box, but it looked like just eggs. Um, he buried her career. Just be pretty. This performance is so sad. The little sway with the hand was so sad. She like, oh no, she not. Look at D was like, I'm coming for you, heifer. Like she about to put some strychnine, some arsenic. Dre better watch her back. Uh-oh. 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 We're getting the now see, you know that's a mess because she had no EpiPen. You're a womanizer, womanizer, you're a womanizer. Where was her EpiPen? I'm not. Okay. You know what? Let's give an applause to the fact that they mentioned the EpiPen. Okay. I'm not mad at it. This earned a little bit of respect from me because most people would have just let that be a throwaway. Oh no, I froze. I've been going, yes, let's give them their flowers. They did not drop the ball with the EpiPen, okay? I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Okay? And they done put her in that bright pink. She done went from the darker colors to the bright colors. She is the star now. She the girl, okay? Go ahead, Patricia Cuffie. Oh man. Her place was trash. I knew it. I knew it. I was like, she's gonna toss the suits in the thing. Diva's got them legs out the boy. She said, y'all gonna see the cut this thigh meat. This movie is wow. Okay, I have a break. is wild. It's like nothing is happening, but then stuff like this happens. It's funny to me. He just tossed her into the pool like that. He was like, boosh. He was like, let me have a drink. Boosh. Let me have a drink. Boosh. That's so dirty. So I don't know. I'm like, okay. I definitely feel like Sapphire disappeared the other girl. And are we going to come back to whatever happened with Kelly and how he got all jacked up and stuff? Because that felt like definitely that was 8. All right, we're back. I just never had anybody believe in me. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it. Don't keep. He giving her the bedroom eyes. He giving her the bedroom eyes. Don't do TJ, don't do it. This heifer said, what about all the locks on the outside of the door? To which Ingrid said, it's a panic room with the locks on the outside. This is about to be like Girl in the Closet and Girl in the Basement. Not them spies. Not him. Ew. Ew. But you know what? I will say this. The level of like suspense and kind of like intrigue that this has is what Tyler Perry was trying to do with Mea Culpa. And even with some of the scenes in Divorce in the Black, when she did that sinister feel, like that moment with him looking at her, that's what it should have been when the husband was outside in the car in Divorce in the Black. That hour or 15-minute line was one of the stupidest lines that TP ever put in. I can't. I mean, it just, to think that there's not things he couldn't improve on and things he couldn't have learned along the way. It, yes, giving ego. Okay, 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 chemistry. Not her point, not her smishing his forehead. fine. Did you give the girl some bread? She would be passing out right now. Yeah, because you just have blood loss and you have blood loss, and now you're putting more alcohol into your body. Mm. Not her telling her no more of this on my watch. Aww. They got a sisterhood going. Okay, but how you go from that to like now she in the car kissing? Now her becoming a baby Sapphire. What if Sapphire is her mama? What if Sapphire is her mama? J and B. They ain't say J and B who? Dre ain't trying to become a city girl. Uh-oh. Her man ain't come in. Bad things always happen in these clubs. Mm-mm-mm. I mean, are they grooming her for like a threesome or something? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm going to just repeat the last word twice to make it sound like it rhymes. Uh-oh. Where's Drea? No, the lyrics are bad. Uh-oh. We about to start fight. It's getting messy. It's getting messy. Uh-oh. Okay, it's starting to get messy. So, as we head down the final stretch of Immortal City, I will say the pacing of this movie feels crazy long. It feels so long. It feels like this movie, like we've been watching this movie for a very long time. It's been I have felt 60 of the 68 minutes that we have watched so far. I'm feeling them. It's just because I'm tired. But I feel like no, they're definitely like stretched out. Um, so he was kissing. Will we find out what happened to NECA? What's going on with the whole Sapphire Drea baby protege thing? Was it a setup? They're not really executing that well. If there is a setup, if there was like a team up to kind of like take her down, they're not really doing that well. You think it feels long because of the ads? Maybe so. Maybe so. Oh, and we back. And we back. Oh, that boy loves you, girl. Mm. Oh, they get her drunk. Oh, she got her cousin out there, just like. Mm, mm, mm. She said, "You grown." As my pastor used to say, folks is grown and they gonna do how they see fit. Mm. Oh. Oh, we finally get Detective Wilkes. Maybe we'll finally find out what happened to her. Oh, he playing crazy good. Girl, why would you say that right now? Okay, now he's finally acting. Like we getting some acting scenes. Now he got the butler doing it. Not the butler did it. What did you say? The maid did it before? The butler and the maid did it. Why would you not have your phone on vibrate? The maid and the butler did it together. Mm-hmm. Look at him channeling baby Ike. How Ingrid coming in with the broom? I got that same broom. No, no. And Ingrid is still on the floor. Oh, they could have did a better job with the fake blood though. Why is it so watery? They couldn't afford corn syrup. Okay. Um, they're bonding. It's a sisterhood. Oh no! Slapped the snot out of her. Slapped the he did the backhand. He slapped the girl onto the ground. I was hoping we were gonna be like, bruh. I was hoping he was gonna come in and save the day. But nah, Mr. Butler Man said he does the bidding. And he slapped the taste out of her mouth. That's crazy. Zaxby's got tacos. Girl, you're gonna die. Oh no. Poor Treya. That lavender is very pretty on her though. Okay, sorry, a little bit of a commercial right now. Okay, we're back. Not his wife trying to be a pimp for him. no, Sapphire. I still feel like, what if she was Drea's mom? That's why they got the pool redone. Man, that's crazy. The dancing in the background is killing me. And they lived happily ever after. Baby music moguls. You know what? I feel like this is a movie that like Chloe Bailey could have been in. Chloe Bailey could have been the Drea character. I can see that. I can see that. We don't care about this music. Y'all could have just like had them come out and start and then go to freeze frame and that be the end. Because we don't care about this music. So yes, but with the bigger budget. Yeah. We don't care. What did you say about the music earlier? Like, it's karaoke levels. It's karaoke levels. Like, wrap it up. It was good. It was good. Like the little end off, the wife and husband are in custody. The remains of two women found. Cut to the announcement of Dre and T Strong. They on stage. Woo! Freeze frame. That's what we're in right there. Oh my! But you know they meant for this to be a real movie because there's usually the credits of these movies are little to non-existent. It's so short, and they meant for this to be a real movie because this the It's long. Not bad. Not bad. It's definitely, well, that was, it definitely, okay. So we just watched Immortal City Records. I feel like maybe if they had given it a different name, I get they were going for the Empire. Um, but I feel like the name should have been something catchier, something evoking like the drama. Now, I could see them wanting to turn this into like even a show, you know, and really leaning into the whole like baby Cookie and Lucius Lyon of it all. Um, to me, the pacing, this movie was long for the kind of movie that it was. There were a lot of scenes where it was just like slow down talking, no talking, montage not needed, could be shorter. I want to say they could have cut a good 15 minutes off of this movie. You said you liked how she looked. Pretty. She was pretty. Yeah, she was pretty. Um, I will say, for anybody out there who you wanted more suspense and more like thriller-ish from like a Mea Culpa, I felt more suspense. I don't feel like I'm making that up in my head. I feel like that's wrong. I feel like I feel like this gave me more suspense, and it was cute, the little young love between Drea and T Strong, even though he not my bread and butter. But I would say on a B movie scale, I'm gonna give this a 6.5 on a B movie scale. Comparing it to just this genre, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. It might, you know what? I'm gonna upgrade it to a 7 because they remembered to bring back with the EpiPen. I feel like they get so much snaps for that because so often in movies they leave the house, they don't lock the door, like they just have throwaway lines, throwaway things that don't come back up. The fact that she mentioned being allergic to shellfish and seafood, they used it. They found the gap about the EpiPen. They knew somebody like me was going to be the audience complaining about where was her EpiPen, and they came back and she said, "I'll never leave home without my EpiPen again." That raises it to a 7 in my book. I think, 6 out of 10. So we'll cut in the middle. I'm gonna give it a 7 because the EpiPen will meet in the middle, 6.5. And for all of y'all who watch this on the replay, let me know in the comments what you rate this movie in the comments, please, and thank you. This was a cute little watch. Next week we're back to horror with Bed Rest, starring Melissa Barea. If you don't know Melissa Barea, she was in The Heights. She was in the Scream franchise. So fingers crossed. She's a budding actress, but this is one of her earlier roles, so it might not be good. But it came out around the same time as In the Heights, so maybe fingers crossed that it will have some good vibes to it. You said fair enough. Okay, we're gonna meet in the middle. All right, so that concludes our Messy Movie Monday on a Tuesday. But hopefully next week we will meet at the correct time, Monday, 9 p.m. Same bat time, same bat channel. Teach, thank you so much for being here, watching this with me today. I appreciate it. Stay safe as well. This is the I'm fully a millennial doing this. I think now you're supposed to just do it with just the two fingers like this, right? Or it's like this. I don't know. I ain't gonna try it. I'm gonna go old school with both hands. Old school, both hands. Thank you so much. If you are watching this in the replay, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all the things. I'm going to be dropping episode 4 reaction to Interview with the Vampire, talking about the teaser, talking about Tyler Perry, and yeah, that's it. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. As always, it's been wonderful. I am Quana, your lovely host for Messy Moving Mondays, and I'll see you next week. Okay, until then, toodles.